The thoracic cage, which is also called the rib cage, consists of 12 pairs of ribs, the sternum, and the costal cartilages that connect many of the ribs to the sternum. The thoracic cage functions to protect the heart and the lungs. The sternum is an elongated flat bone, similar in shape to a necktie. It consists of 3 parts or regions: the manubrium, the body, and the xiphoid process. The manubrium is the widened superior portion of the sternum. The jugular notch of the manubrium can be easily felt through the skin at the base of the neck between the 2 clavicle bones. The clavicles and the first pair of ribs connect to the manubrium of the sternum. The body of the sternum, or simply body, is the central portion of the sternum. It joins with the manubrium at the sternal angle, forming a slight bend at the joint between the 2 regions. Rib pairs 2 to 7 attach to the body of the sternum via costal cartilage. These costal cartilages are bars of hyaline cartilage that make the connection between the end of the rib and the sternum. Rib pairs 8, 9, and 10 have costal cartilages that attach to the costal cartilage of rib pair number 7. The xiphoid process is the inferior tip of the sternum. Its name means sword-like process in Greek, as it resembles the tip of a sword. It does not connect with any ribs, but it does function as a muscle attachment site. Figure 7.32 examines the structures of the sternum and the thoracic cage. In this diagram on the left, we see the sternum. Particularly, we see the jugular notch of the manubrium, which is located at the top of the sternum. We also see the sternal angle, which is a joint that is between the manubrium and the body of the sternum. And then at the inferior most end of the sternum, we see the xiphoid process. 12 pairs of ribs extend from the thoracic vertebra to form the lateral and anterior walls of the thoracic cage. For the ribs that attach either directly or indirectly to the sternum, neither type forms a bony joint with the sternum. Instead, they connect to the sternum via a bar of hyaline cartilage, which is called costal cartilage. This type of connection helps to keep the thoracic cage flexible, but also supportive and sturdy, because the thoracic cage and the thoracic cavity must be able to expand during inhalation. Rib pairs 1 to 7 attach to the sternum via bars of costal cartilage, and these are called the true ribs. Rib pairs 8, 9, and 10 attach to the cartilage of rib 7 via bars of costal cartilage. These are called the false ribs. Admittedly, this designation can be a bit confusing since these are still ribs. They just differ in how they attach to the sternum compared to the first 7 pairs. Rib pairs 11 and 12 do not attach to the sternum, and these are designated as the floating ribs.